Okay, welcome back to our channel, my god team. Thanks for tuning into the second video of today. We're going to be jumping into Ethereum as the first altcoin, and for those of you who don't know, we do one Bitcoin video in the morning and an altcoin video at nighttime. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I don't have this coin charted, I don't have Ethereum charted. The purpose of today's video is to do a full technical market analysis as well as a technical indicator analysis to predict where we think the price is heading in the short and longer term. So if you're interested to find out all of those things, stick around to the end of the video. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So to start with, guys, we do have a very clear descending trend line. We're going to go ahead and put that diagonal descending trend line in over here. Next up, we're going to go ahead and copy this one over because I want to see if we do have what we can identify as a descending channel. It does look like we do have a descending channel formation over here with obviously some sort of fake out or overcorrection, which we did come up and retest that trend line on this wick over here, only to push back in and find support once again, wicking down below, but more or less this is held as a pretty significant support throughout the entirety of the last, I would say, October to May or even June now. So quite some time, 7-8 months maybe. We also have our horizontal supports we need to go ahead and put in. We do have our very low horizontal support, which actually we're sitting on right now. And we're just going to zoom in a little bit because I want to kind of perfectly identify where we're sitting. And we're sitting at around just under 1800 for that one. Very, very close to that one at the moment. It's a very major horizontal support. And in fact, it can go as a horizontal support range. And that range moves downwards to around 1700. So to indicate that, guys, we're just going to go ahead and put our gray box in. And we have our coordinates. It was 17.8. Perfect to 1700. We can go ahead and extend that as far as we need it. Well, we're just going to go ahead and put 5000 in, and we'll go ahead and put negative 5000. Perfect. All right. All that does is it takes that box and extends it to the far ends of our chart, just so we have it, you know, permanently on the chart over here. We don't need to edit anything else. We can go ahead and get rid of that line. Perfect. All right. We'll leave it like that. Cool. So our trigger for our next downward move is 1700. If we lose 17,000, we can expect a significant move downwards. We'll come to where we think the price will be going in a second. Let's go ahead and use our VPVR to indicate our next major zones of contention or zones of support. So we'll zoom out a little bit to use that one. Go ahead again, bring up our support box, try find these areas of support within the chart. We do have a very strong area of support down at this range over here. We're going to go ahead and pinpoint that. We're going to go ahead and put a line on that POC, and we're going to move up from there, putting in some supports and resistances on the chart. So next major horizontal is sitting around 2151. Of course, we have our psychological resistance at 2000, putting that one in again. Moving up from there, we have minor supports and resistances moving on up around 23, 390, as well as 2500. I'm going to go ahead and put a major support resistance range in, sitting over here, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just to make sure I get that correct. So that one is sitting around 2600 to 2700. We're going to go ahead and extend that one across, and I think we'll leave it at that. So we have our major support resistance ranges in on the upside over here. We'll talk a little bit more about these in a little bit later on in the video, and our short-term horizontal resistances directly above us. Coming down from over here, we don't have a lot of chart data. As you can see, a lot of the price action, we didn't really get much price action in the sense of time-wise within this range. From around $600 up to around 1700, it all happened relatively quickly. So we don't have a lot of data over here to support any claims that we have these major support zones. Obviously, we had this ascending ascended rising wedge formation, which actually broke to the upside, which is quite phenomenal. It doesn't happen often, but we did find a little bit of support in that range over there, and we can say we do have a small support range at that level, expanding across. Of course, we can move that one across. So we do have our next lower demand zone if we had to drop down, and of course anything under that we're looking at 500 or even less. So that is what we're looking at for Ethereum at the moment. That's our macro view, that's our chart, that's what we think is going to happen in terms of price action. So let's go ahead and talk about possibilities. So first and foremost, guys, if we do lose that 1700, and we'll go back to the daily, if we do lose that $1,700 level, we can expect the price to move because we are losing these lows. We can expect the price to react similar to what we saw in this section over here, which is a strong aggressive move downwards back into this range. Now, I don't think that move will happen quickly. The reason I say that is because we do have this downward trending support line of the descending channel. So I think we will maintain above the support line, potentially pushing sideways a little bit and then moving back into that range. I think that range is a very probable target. I think if we lose this lower level around 22.29, we can see the price drop back to about $1,000, which is that major support zone, that horizontal support zone on the chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at the technicals. And I don't want to go into the price analysis and such, give you price targets yet. I want to go ahead and do a technical analysis, try gauge a trend, figure out where we need to flip, figure out what needs to occur, and then we can talk about our future price targets. So let's go ahead and start on the 7-day chart. And as you can see, we do have these lower levels in over here. We did pinpoint those beforehand, and you can see those kind of playing out on the chart over here. We have that support zone that kind of reaches that previous all-time high. And of course, the price has dropped a pretty significant amount since then. So let's go ahead and quickly bring up our Ichimoku Cloud. And we don't see a lot of favorable things occurring here in Ichimoku Cloud. It's looking quite bad on that 7-day, of course. The price is below the clouds, the Ichimoku Cloud. The lagging span below, our conversion line is breaking through baseline, still acting as resistance. It's telling us we're in quite an aggressive downtrend that is still quite new. It's still fresh, it's still young. This downtrend could last an extended period of time, which is obviously not a good sign. Not much new here from Bullmarket Support Band, just suggesting we're in an aggressive downtrend. And of course, the Gaussian channel not looking too great here. We have officially broken through the Gaussian channel on the weekly. And what this does indicate, however, is it can indicate that we are potentially closer to the bottom than we are to the top. So we could see some sort of bottom happen soon, maybe extended bottom, some kind of support down over here before we start moving upwards. So it's not going to tell us when we are reversing, but it can tell us, again, the Gaussian channel, if you use it correctly, it can tell us when to enter. So for example, when we enter back into Gaussian channel, that would signify a significant shift and a potential entry point. And of course, breaking through and closing above would be ideal with that green flip. So utilizing the Gaussian channel right now, it's not telling us much besides the fact we're on a downtrend. We can expect this to move much lower, and we do expect this will continue until that price can hopefully get back into that Gaussian channel. So moving on from there, guys, 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average. We can see we have recently lost 100. We are still above that 200. Again, the 200-day moving average is a very strong price target for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. The 200-day moving average for, let's go ahead and do a little bit of ratio analysis real quickly, for Ethereum would take us, let's take a look. So we need to get our price target out over here. And let's just say we take the next, we want, let's say 100 days. So let's just figure out 100 days. What we can do is we can copy and paste 100 days over, figure out kind of the rise over run of the previous 100-day period, 100 days over here. Okay, perfect. And we can just go ahead and copy and paste this one over to give us some sort of prediction of where we think the 200-day moving average is going to be. And we can just draw that line through, regression line right through, and give us some sort of rough prediction of where we think the 200-day moving average is going to be. We can see it's kind of pushing into this lower support range, which is 22,900, 22,290 to 1,300. We can expect that price to reach this level, and it does meet up with our major support, not only retesting the previous high, but obviously this major support zone. And I think it's a likely target for Ethereum. I think that's a good bounce point for Ethereum to create some sort of bottom. And I think if that occurs, Bitcoin would reach those lower targets and potentially bottom out there as well. So I think that's a point of contention we should definitely be keeping an eye on. And of course, we're going to go ahead and bring up the RSI next. And we can see a few things over here on RSI. We do see this very, very clear descending trend line on that RSI. And this is a very clear trend line that we do want to keep into account and kind of watch as the chart develops. And we can go ahead and copy and paste this over. I just want to see if we can see any similar points or points of similarity on this chart. And of course, here we are, we see a descending channel. So we have a descending channel on the price chart. We have a descending channel on the RSI as well. We would like to see a breakout of the descending channel on the RSI in combination with a breakout of the descending channel on the price chart to indicate a major reversal. What this is suggesting, however, it is suggesting we are possibly bottoming out here for at least a short term. And let's talk about what we would need to see for the price to flip bullish, or what would actually need to happen, or what will happen if the price does flip bullish. So we talked about the macro structure here. We talked about a little bit about what can you expect if the price continues downwards. So what would actually need to occur for a price to flip bullish? And we would need a move back over the 200-day moving average. More importantly, the macro, we would need a clear of the support resistance range. So if the price can get above the support resistance range, hold above it and start pushing upwards, we're flipping bullish on the macro, all right? Of course, our major trigger zone still lies quite high, guys. For us to enter a bull market or a bull trend, we would need to flip above this level. So guys, bull market is above this level. Significant uptrend starts above this major resistance zone, and our short-term uptrend will begin once we flip this $2,000 level. All right, so short-term bullish above 2,000 for a target of 2,600. If we break through that and we break this declining trend line, as well as break out on the RSI, we can expect to push upwards to 3,500. And of course, if we break that, we can expect a all-time high. So that's about it, guys. I think that's all I want to talk about Ethereum today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I do want to go ahead and talk about Bitget real quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down below. I wanted to quickly introduce my new favorite exchange, Bitget. Bitget is a non-KYC exchange, which is particularly beneficial for members in the UK and Australia who are limited by certain trade restrictions. Bitget has 250 plus spot trading pairs, as well as 60 plus leverage trading pairs, up to 125x leverage. Sign up now in the link in the description using our referral code to get up to $153 in rewards for completing 4 separate tasks. Let's go ahead and dive back into the video. Okay guys, so definitely sign up to Bitget down below. If you're interested, you can find the link in the comment down below, the pinned comment down below. And of course, I just want to quickly introduce our VIP channel. And our VIP channel, 420 members, which is going real strong, really nice to see. And we post daily trader signals, market updates, technical analysis, trading plans, so much more. You can see our yearly, or should I say our all-time profits over here in the free channel from February 2021 all the way up until May. We've had massive profits every single month, and you can find every single trade signal that we've traded in the free channel in the pinned messages if you want to scroll through and see them. For example, in May we had 29 wins and only 3 losses. We give you very specific entries and exits for each trade. You can see the channel over here. For example, we have our entries, our targets, our stop losses, and potential gains. And we do a whole range of other things such as trading plans. You can see a whole trading plan over here, a whole trading plan over here, market updates, direct message contact, and a whole range of more things. So if you're interested in signing up to probably the most detailed, the most accurate, and the best experience for trading and cryptocurrency on Telegram, head down to the pinned comment down below, click the join VIP link, and I can send you all the information, all right? And I finally want to finish up by saying the Crypto Academy course has officially launched. We've had over 100 people join up so far. It is going incredibly strong. I've had some amazing feedback. We have created over 10 different units with Wolves of Crypto. We've combined all our knowledge on chart analysis, technical analysis, and I've obviously included my 7+ years of experience as a full-time trader into this, developing I would say the most detailed and cohesive 10-unit course that can provide you everything from basics to technical indicators to market patterns to charting to finding your own trades, using risk management strategies, and becoming a more profitable trader using market psychology and trading techniques. This course is very exclusive. Of course, myself and Wolves of Crypto put it together. If you're interested in joining or just inquiring about the course, send us an email, cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com. If you're interested in becoming a full-time trader, if you're interested in harnessing your skills or developing your skills further, this is where to go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video.